Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Balanced Opinion Essay. The topic, should Saudi Arabia develop tourism in KSA or ignore it? I remember 10 years ago there was no tourism except for religious tourism. In the past, thousands, millions of people came for Hajj, came for Umrah. But very, very, very few came to visit everything else in Saudi Arabia, other towns, except to visit family. Today, that's all changed. Today, investment has been very heavy in very large-scale tourist projects, like the Red Sea project in the Western region, and also in developing and maintaining, renovating the ancient sites in Saudi Arabia. Saying that, today we're going to look at how to write a balanced essay. And the title for the essay is, should Saudi Arabia develop tourism in the country, or should it just ignore it? So come with me and let's see how we do it. A balanced opinion essay. The title of the essay, should Saudi Arabia develop tourism or ignore it? Start with the issue or the problem or the thesis. The thesis here for the entire essay is, should Saudi Arabia develop tourism or ignore it? In the essay, we will consider 2 points of view A and points of view B. There are people who believe we should have tourism, some reasons for developing tourism in Saudi Arabia. There are also people who are against having tourism in Saudi Arabia, and we should give their reasons also. At the end of the essay, we include my point of view, my own point of view, and the reasons why I think, or what I believe, who I do I agree with point of view A, or do I agree with point of view B? On the left, you can see a writing plan. We have 4 paragraphs. The introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and finally the conclusion, the concluding paragraph. Now, in the introduction, we deal with the topic itself, should Saudi Arabia develop tourism or ignore it? First, you give points of view A and B, then the thesis statement. I will discuss this in the essay, and then you give your point of view in the introduction. In body 1 paragraph, which is for the topic, for developing tourism, in the topic sentence, you should say there are some reasons for developing tourism. Give the 3 reasons. Give 3 facts or 3 pieces of evidence to show, to support those reasons. In the second body paragraph, which is against the topic, against the thesis, other people believe are against mass tourism in Saudi Arabia, you should state 3 reasons, give 3 examples. Then in the conclusion, you paraphrase or summarize those 2 opinions, offer your own opinion, and finally a prediction. So this is the plan of action for the essay, should Saudi Arabia develop tourism or ignore it? So let's start the essay. Should Saudi Arabia develop tourism or ignore it? As you read, I want you to check out, where are the 2 points of view? Where is the thesis statement? Where is my opinion? So 3 things there. Look for the 2 arguments for and against tourism. Look for the thesis statement. The thesis statement is what I will discuss in the essay. And 3, look for my opinion. The first sentence reads, Saudi Arabia international tourism is new. Next sentence, some people believe that the Saudi government should develop tourism in the country. Others argue that open tourism is dangerous. In this essay, I will discuss both sides of the argument about tourism development in Saudi Arabia. I believe it can be financially beneficial, but it should happen slowly so people can get used to the changes. Did you see the two opinions? Did you see the thesis statement? And did you see my opinion? The two arguments are in the red section. Some people believe that the Saudi government should develop tourism in the country. Others argue that open tourism is dangerous. The thesis statement: in this essay, I will discuss both sides of the argument about tourist development in Saudi Arabia. This tells the reader I will discuss this in the body paragraphs. My opinion: I believe it can be financially beneficial, but it should happen slowly so people can get used to the changes. This is our introduction. Two opinions, the thesis statement, and finally, your opinion. So now we go back to the writing plan. We've finished the introduction. Let's go to the first body paragraph. Reasons for tourism, why people believe we should have tourism. And let's show how we do that. There's three parts to that also. The first body paragraph, B1, arguments for developing tourism in Saudi Arabia. Now I want you to look for the topic sentence, 3 reasons and 3 examples for developing tourism in Saudi Arabia. There's also a closing sentence which you do not take marks for. You will take marks for a good topic sentence. Let's go, shall we? There are a few good reasons to develop tourism in Saudi Arabia. First, the kingdom needs money from sources other than oil, according to the Vision 2030. Tourism can make billions of Saudi riyals and help the country's economy. Second, it will create many jobs for Saudi citizens. They can work in new hotels and resorts. Third, tourism is a great way to learn about other cultures. Saudi people will easily meet visitors from other countries and have the chance to practice their English. These are the 3 main arguments for developing tourism in the country. Do you see the topic sentence? Do you see the 3 reasons for developing tourism? Do you see the 3 examples, which are evidences and facts, to strengthen those reasons? And do you see the closing sentence? Topic sentence, reason 1, reason 2, reason 3, and the closing sentence. After each reason, we have an example. There's the first example. There's the second example. And there's the third example. So back to our plan. We have finished the body paragraph, 3 reasons for developing tourism with 3 examples. Now let's go to the body 2 paragraph, which is 3 reasons against having tourism in Saudi Arabia. And again, there are 3 parts to that paragraph also. Body paragraph 2, arguments against developing tourism in Saudi Arabia. In this paragraph, in the same way, can you see the topic sentence, the 3 reasons against developing tourism, the 3 examples to support those reasons, and finally, the closing sentence. However, some people argue that tourism should be limited in Saudi Arabia. Firstly, they believe the number of tourists should be controlled. Too many tourists might damage the important historical sites like Al Ula Al-Ma'din Saleh. Secondly, some tourists may not behave well. For example, they might drink alcohol and have inappropriate relations. Finally, there is a fear that Saudi culture could change. New ideas and lifestyles could negatively affect Saudi society. These are the three arguments against developing tourism in KSA. Do you see the topic sentence? Do you see the three main arguments against developing tourism? Do you see three examples to support those arguments? And do you see the closing sentence? Topic sentence, first reason, second reason, last reason, the first example, the second example, and the third example. And finally, of course, the closing sentence, which closes the paragraph. So now we have completed body paragraph 2, reasons against having tourism in Saudi Arabia. In conclusion, there are 3 parts to the conclusion. We must paraphrase those 2 points of view, offer your opinion, and a small significant future prediction. And this is how we do it. In the conclusion, can you see a brief summary of the 2 opinions? Can you see your opinion? And can you see a future recommendation or prediction? Let's look, shall we? In conclusion, tourism can bring a lot of money to Saudi Arabia, but it may also cause social problems. I think there should be tourism here. However, I strongly believe that the government must open the country gradually and give people time to adjust to the changes in the best way possible. In this way, we can preserve our national traditions and enjoy all the benefits that mass tourism offers. And I count the number of words, 317 words. Did you see the 2 points of view, your belief, your opinion, and also the future prediction? In red, these are the 2 opinions. In purple is my opinion, or your opinion, and in black here we can see the future prediction or the future recommendation. So there we have it. Balanced opinion essay. Should Saudi Arabia develop tourism or ignore it? We have the introduction, the first body paragraph for the development of tourism, a second body paragraph showing the reasons against or opposing tourism development in the kingdom. And finally, of course, a conclusion, joining the 2 ideas together, offering my opinion and giving a future prediction. So there we have it, the balanced opinion essay. We give the introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and finally the conclusion. The introduction always introduces those 2 points of view and your own opinion and thesis statement. Body paragraph 1 deals with the reasons for the topic, for the thesis statement. Body paragraph 2, reasons against the topic sentence, or against the topic, against the thesis statement. And finally, the conclusion unifies the 2 together, offering your opinion with a future prediction. My name is Mohammed Francis. I hope that was useful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.